Hello my dear students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is components of triangle, 7th chapter. So you already know the triangle. So what is mean by congruent? So congruent. So what is the mean by congruent? Congruent means the figures which have same size and same shape. Same size and same shape. So take one example. This is one square and this is another square. So this is a circle. So these two circles are congruent. Why? Because they are the same size. Because same size means their radius is same, perimeter is same, and same shape. They are in the circle, isn't it? So these two are congruent. So let's take line. So this is one line and this is another line. So these two lines are congruent. Why? Because they are in the same shape. Shape means they are lines and size. So this is 5 centimeter means this is also 5 centimeter. That means their length. That is size. Size means here we consider length. So here these two lengths are same. That means these two sides A, B, P, Q. We can say AB and PQ are congruent to each other. AB is congruent to PQ, or AB and PQ are congruent to each other. So the symbol. So this is a AB, isn't it? So AB, this is equal symbol. This is the congruent symbol. So congruent symbol AB is congruent to PQ. So these two line segments are congruent to each other. Why? Because they are in the same shape and same size. That is length. And take triangle. So this is A, B, C, P, Q, R. Okay. So here AB is 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Like that here also this is 4, 5, 6 centimeter. Can we say these two triangles are congruent? Why? Because first shapes are same. So here shapes are triangle. Second one, say size. Size means here we should consider size. So AB equals to PQ, BC equals to QR, CA equals to PR. Okay, that means here all the sides are equal to the corresponding sides of another triangle. So here AB is corresponding to PQ. So AB equals to PQ. That means PQ is corresponding to AB, or AB is corresponding to PQ. So these two sides, these two triangles are congruent. Here the criteria is all sides are equal. That is yes. That means side. Still three criteria are there. I'll explain later. So these two triangles are congruent. Why? Because they are having same shape and size. Okay. If the lines are if two line segments are same, that means these two are congruent. If any two figures are same, that means that two figures are congruent. Okay, understand? Congruent topic. That is, that figures must have same size and same shape. That's the concept of congruent. So here, if two line segments are of same length, then that two lines are congruent. Or if two line segments are congruent, that means they are of same length. Okay, just vice versa. If the lines are same, that means the two lines are congruent. If that two lines are congruent, that means that two lines are same, of same length. And second one, angles. If the angles, these two are two triangles. So angles, these two angles measure is 50 degree. Okay, if the measure of two angles is same. Okay, if the two angles of same measure, or if the measure of two angles are same, that means that angles are of M, N, O. So first they are equal. Why? Their measure is same. That means therefore A, B, C, E is congruent to M, N, O. A, B, C is congruent to M, N, O. Why? Because their measure is same. If the two angles are congruent, that means that two angles are having same measure. This is for line, this is for angles. So next, congruence of triangles. These two triangles are congruent only when they have same shape and size. So how to check the size if they are not given the length of sides and angles? So just overlap on each other. Okay, just overlap. So if they cover each other exactly, so if you cover each other exactly, these two, this or these two, this, they cover each other exactly. That means they are congruent. So how to show that? So this is one figure and this is another figure. If you overlap it, if this is covers exactly each other, that means these two figures are congruent. Like that, triangles also. If you overlap one another, they cover each other exactly. That means these two triangles are congruent. Okay. So if these two triangles are congruent, then how to write the corresponding vertices, sides and angles? Okay. So for this vertex, corresponding vertices. So for this vertex A, which is the corresponding vertex of the other triangle, for A, P. So for A, P. Okay. For A, P. Next, this is a corresponding vertices for A, P. Sorry, A and P. Next, for B, which is the corresponding vertices, Q. B and Q. Next, for C, remaining R. C and R. So these three are corresponding vertices. Next, corresponding sides. So take AB. AB is corresponding to which side? PQ, isn't it? So that is AB and PQ. Next, BC, QR. BC, QR. And remaining CA, that is RP. CA and RP. Okay. Here only AB, PQ, BC, QR, CA, RP, like that. Okay. So next, corresponding angles. For angle A, which is the corresponding angle, obviously P. So angle A and angle B. Next, angle B and angle Q. For B, Q, here only A to P, B to Q, C to R. That's it. Okay. And last one, C, angle C and angle R. Okay. These three are corresponding vertices, corresponding sides and corresponding angles for these two triangles. For A, B for Q, C for R. For angles EB, PQ, BC, QR and CA equals to RP. So these are concepts of congruence of triangles. Okay, let's go to the exercise 7.1. Okay, so first question, here they given complete the following statement. So first question, two line segments are congruent if dash. If the two line segments are congruent, that means they have the same length, isn't it? If the two lines are congruent, that means they are having same length. So answer is first one, they have same length, isn't it? If they have same length, that means that two line segments are congruent. So next, second one. So what is the second question? Among two congruent angles, one has a measure of 70 degree. The measure of the other angle is if the two angles are congruent, that means that two angles are having same measure. That means here they given the one has a measure of 70 degree. That means another must have 70 degree measure. So answer is second one, 70 degree. Okay. So next third one. When we write angle A equals to angle B, we actually mean, so if two angles are equal, that means that two angles are congruent. What is the answer? That two angles are congruent to each other. That two angles are congruent to each other. They having, if they are having same measure. Okay. Next, second one. Give any two real life examples for congruent shapes. Give any two examples. I will take. Just wait. Here two books are there. So here two books are there. Okay. So if you overlap it, they cover each other exactly. That means they are having same shape and same size. Two books, two pens, same pen, like Montex, Reynolds. So many pens are there. Pencils, new pencil. Okay. So I have taken book. Take any examples, real life examples of congruent figures. Write down the second one answer. Okay, that's for homework. Next, third one. If triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED, under the correspondence, ABC is FED. So here they given triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. So these two triangles are congruent to each other, and they given the correspondence also. So ABC is corresponding to FED. ABC is corresponding to FED. Write all the corresponding congruent parts of triangles, like corresponding vertices, corresponding sides, corresponding angles. So I will write corresponding vertices. Corresponding vertices. So what are the corresponding vertices? For A, F. So A and F. Next B and E. B and E. Next C and D. C and D. So these are corresponding vertices because they give us the correspondence. ABC is corresponding to FED. A for F, B for E, C for D, like that. Corresponding sides. Here only AB, FE, BC, ED, AC, FD. Simple. AB and FE. Next BC and for BC ED. Next last one CA or AC. Both are same, isn't it? CA, DF. That's it. DF. So these are corresponding sides, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles for A, F, B, E, C for D. So angle A and F, angle B and E, angle C and angle D. So these are corresponding parts of the triangles ABC and FED. Okay. Next, fourth one. If triangle DEF is corresponding to BCA, write the parts of triangle BCA. So what is that fourth one? Here they already given. Triangle DEF is corresponding to triangle BCA. So they given the condition triangle DEF is corresponding to BCA, and you should write the parts of triangle BCA. You should write the parts of triangle BCA. They give the parts of DEF. So first one, A1, angle E. Angle E is equal to what? So angle E is at mid. That means C. So this is E and C. Okay. So next corresponding for E, this is the angle. Next second one they ask side. EF they given EF that means CA. That's it, very easy. CA. These are the corresponding parts. So next, angle F. Angle F. F is at last, that means angle A. And last one, DF. So see here, DF, that means BA. That's very easy. These are the corresponding parts of triangle BCA. You should write the corresponding parts of triangle BCA. So this finishes exercise 7.1.